All right, I finally decided to do a video about the Android head unit, cheap Chinese Android head unit running a 4.4 KitKat. I picked this up last year, like November 2015. I put it in, but I never did a review on it, so I'm gonna start the car up so y'all can see. There it is. And when you first turn it on, this is what you get. Now, if you look here, you have an SD slot, a GPS slot, USB, plus you have a iPod dock, plus two USB cords. I'm in a 2012 Kia Optima, so now the whole radio, this whole thing came all together. This whole bezel front. So it looks factory, it looks flush. It's right in there. I've had people say, is this a factory deck? And I'm like, no, this is aftermarket. It is an Android deck. And because it's an Android deck, I have all my apps on here. Got my Google, my Gmail. I don't know where my Facebook went, but I got Facebook, Messenger. Got all the apps. It's got everything. I even got Netflix in here. Even got my Netflix in here. So it's a good radio. However, the GPS, it comes with the iGo GPS, which I do not like very much. So have a nice trip. If you have an Android, let me turn my laptop off because I was in here doing some work. Cut that out. Shut that down. Okay, so first and foremost, if you get this deck, root it as soon as you get it. You see, I just said root it like 4 times. I cannot stress that enough. Root this deck as soon as you get it. And secondly, I don't like the music player that this deck came with. It's the music player app. It's a good app, but because it's an Android deck, I have Power Amp. So go to the Play Store, get Power Amp. It's your primary music player. That's what I have. That's what I use. As you can see, I'm bumping some 90s hip hop. Sounds real good. You also get the steering wheel. You also get the steering wheel controls. So it's a good Power Amp is a good music player. Now for the navigation, I did not like the navigation that it comes with. Because this is an Android 4.4, I prefer Copilot USA. You can get that off of the Play Store. It's free. I have the maps downloaded for all of North America because I do a lot of driving throughout New York State and, of course, all through Canada. I'm up there all the time. It's a good Navi. To me, it's and it doesn't use any data. See, if you use Google Maps or you use the iGo, it uses a lot of data and all that. I'll be right back in a second. I have to move my car because my brother is going to work. I have to get out of his way. All right, so I'm back and let's get out of here real quick. Another thing you might want to do, this is for you Kia Optima owners. I'm not speaking on any other cars, but I swapped out all my dash speakers. I got rid of all my factory speakers. I have all kickers. I have kicker 3.5s up front and kicker 6.5s in all 4 doors. So I did that. And it's like I said, I like the music, the Power Amp music. I have a 64 gigabyte SD card in the top slot right here. You wanna format this in 32 fat. If you have a 32 gigabyte card, it'll automatically be formatted in 32 fat. I have a 64 gigabyte card, so what you want to do is go on your PC, download a program so you could format your card in 32 fat. That's what this is formatted in. And as you can see, I have 64 gigabytes worth of music. 64 gigabyte. I got most of my music on here, and it has everything. All your music come up and all that. So I prefer that music player. Like I said, it's a good radio, but you got to make sure you root it. It automatically downloads all the album art. You just set it, hey, download my album art. So if you're playing the album, you're gonna get all the good stuff. And it's like I said, you got your radio, you got all. I can check my email and I can check my Facebook and everything else in here. I got my Netflix. You can put Netflix on here. But like I said, you must root this tablet. I'm up here calling it a tablet. You must root this radio when you get it rooted, so you can move all your get rid of all the bloatware and move your other apps to your SD cards, because you will run out of space on here real quick, because they don't really give you a lot of space to work with. They only give you like 5 gigs or something like that, might be less. And look, Danger Mouse is on Netflix. Look at that. Danger Mouse is on Netflix. I'm just finding that out today, so I'm gonna have to go home and check that. Go back in the house and check that out. But there you have it. That's my review of this radio. It's a good radio. I only paid $300 for it. So if you got a 2012 Kia Optima, 2011, 2012, 13 and up Kia Optima, go ahead and get this radio. It's good. It's better. It's definitely better than the cheap factory shit that they give you. So, like I said, I think that's cool that Danger Mouse is on Netflix. I might sit here and watch this. Get a girl to come over here on Netflix and chill with me. Let's turn this up. I done moved away from the house, so my internet signal is kind of choppy at this point. Okay, I gotta go now. I'll see y'all later.